Distortion by Samuel J Punto is a short experimental film from Germany. Many things about it really captured my attention in a unique way. One of the first and foremost things is the technique and medium used. It was shot on 16mm film, which obviously shows dedication for the medium, and in some form the narrative is built around the fact that celluloid was used. The film draws on, I think, different parallels. There's a time parallel in terms of past, present and future, and the film, I think, looks into the future from a kind of a past point of view. But it also shows that daring sense of relationship between fellow humans. There was a collection of students dressed in skeleton costumes and masked who interact and then collide against each other. I think we're drawing on history and present and future conflicts between people. I think we're also drawing on pandemics. We're drawing on limitations and restrictions, and we're drawing on creative freedom of expression, or especially the lack of suppression. So there's no limitation when you're creating something creative and artistic. You can be daring. And at that point, the opinion of the audience doesn't really matter. That's a secondary thing compared to the aim of the filmmaker to express themselves. So that is really something that was really focused on, and I really appreciate that. I don't like boundaries, and I love it when a filmmaker is able to see a boundary and break right through that, because the intention of the film dictate that. Obviously, when you're shooting on film, you're restricted in many ways. Especially because film is unfortunately a technique and an art that is giving way to digital, to put it mildly. So when you actually manage to get access to film, if you're lucky to be a student or other means, it's something that is really well thought through. So the technology in this case, I think, has dictated the majority of my perception of the film as an audience. I really enjoyed that. I took it very, very seriously. With digital, you can take a shot numerous times. With film, you're more restricted with that. So I think it's about what is the message being portrayed, how simply can it be done, how direct can it be done, and clearly the outcome was something that brought to me some futuristic things that reminded me a bit of the work of Stanley Kubrick, but also things from the past, the way things happened in a very unorthodox way back in the new waves in the 70s. It clearly takes upon a bit of early German cinema, but it takes upon international cinema, and that's what's so special about it. So congratulations to the whole team, I have to say, especially Samuel, for putting this all together, for thinking about it, and for executing it in such a very specific, creative way. It gave me a lot to think about. It's definitely experimental. I think personally it worked as an experiment. I'd like to see more things coming from your creative point of view in the future. So thank you very much for submitting. Any film that is thought-provoking and makes creative use of experimental art forms, I think commands respect and excellence. So thank you so much for bringing this to us.